to our top 8. I'm going to pass it on over to Ailey and Corey with the call.
Thank you so much, Maria. Hey, Corey.
Hey, hey.
Win and end. Win and end. Let's go. This is our favorite part of the broadcast as well. We love to put someone into the top 8 and let them go and chill for the rest of the day, because who wants to play all 14 rounds of Magic? I mean, that actually does sound quite fun, doesn't it?
They want to play their matches on Sunday. That's the important part.
There we go. There we go. Maximize it. Here we go. Derrick Davis was our overnight leader, undefeated, and lost to one Samuel Pardee. So, who do you think is going to take the victory here, friend?
I'm definitely agreeing with Monty in the sense that I like the Monument build a little bit more, but honestly, it's so very close that, like, you know, the quenches could definitely come up from Derrick Davis's side, and you still get to play the best cards. You get to play Grand, and you get to play Accumulate Wisdom. Both decks are playing 4 of each. Those are going to be the key cards to look at here in this matchup, as well as Storm Chaser's Talent. Maybe the best card here in Standard.
Could well be. Opening hands, both players with a mull to 6. Storm Chaser's Talent, like you mentioned, brings along his little squeaky friend. And Pardee just passing the turn back with the Spire Bluff Canal.
One thing I think we're going to see in this matchup a lot is, like, Derrick Davis did have the choice between Talent or Grand to start, and there's going to be so much removal that just throwing Grand out there right away is not going to be great. You're going to want to really get those spells in your yard, then play Grand, use that cost reduction. Yeah. So even if Grand dies, you do still get the value immediately.
Absolutely. Grand definitely wants to get those discounts, and these poor little otters cannot withstand Iroh's demonstration, as he blasts them all for 1.
Yeah, you know, I was playing a good amount of this Lessons deck, and it was starting to pick up on the arena ladder, of course, and the Iroh's demonstration to clear out a lot of the otters came up a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, it's just so good at clearing the entire board. Sorry, airbending with your infinite 1/1s. Turns out they all die.
Yeah, an incredible card. I mean, dealing 4 or, you know, dealing 1, killing all the otters in Standard, that kind of thing, killing Llanowar Elves, it's just incredible right now.
Here we see Abandoned Attachments, chucking a Multiversal Passage, so Sam Pardee, happier with the Island and Mountain in hand, finds 2 Storm Chaser's Talents. We love them in multiples.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, this matchup, neither player is really ever going to run out of gas. With Storm Chaser's Talent going to level 2, stock ups, Accumulate Wisdom, all this thing, it's going to be just really how these players pick their spot to deploy their threats, deploy multiple threats, that kind of thing. Not just, you know, who's going to run out of gas, because it's not going to happen very often.
Here comes the Grand. She hits the board now for Derrick Davis. A Firebending Lesson takes care of the little otter on the other side and leaves up 2 very suspicious blue sources of mana.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing Sam will be able to, or one advantage for Derrick Davis, I should say, is the fact that Derrick never has to play around counter magic, so can always leave up mana. Sam, in these early parts of the game, turns, you know, 1 through 6 or so, is really going to have to be very wary of Quench.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be a little tricky. Like, even now, we're probably going to get Quench.
Yeah, yep. Certainly gonna, but Grand is off the board, at least for Sam, so he won't be too mad about losing the 1 Storm Chaser's Talent, because, haha, psych, I had 2.
Yeah, had all these, and have the Boomerang basics to be able to get some more value, but with Sam going up to 5 mana next turn, we're probably going to see Activate, go to level 2, and then Boomerang basic it back if you want to soak up all the value. But one thing neither player has found yet is the best card in the deck here, Accumulate Wisdom. That really does break this mirror match open.
Oh, absolutely. Drawing 3 cards, you can cost it instant speed. It's just like, yeah, how do you come back from that?
Yeah, now we're getting stock up back, but now, I mean, it feels weird to say, but Accumulate Wisdom at home is stock up now, you know? There is Monument, though.
Lovely. Love to see it.
Now, this is very important because Monument really just cannot be dealt with game 1 from Derrick Davis. But in the post-board games, there are a couple of Abrades, which I kind of think Abrade is going to be a little bit more of a prevalent card going forward.
I think so, too. Yeah, we had 1 pesky artifact in Standard not too long ago, but with VV's banning, it's no longer a factor. But this Monument, if this picks up steam, yeah, pack your Abrades, friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Either pack your Abrades or pack your bags.
Pretty much, or your counter magic, and try and pick this off the stack when you can. But Derrick Davis digging through the deck and finding a bunch of gas here. A couple lands, abandoned attachments, Storm Chaser's Talent, and combustion techniques aplenty.
And now, you know, Sam does not have any more, air quotes, gas in the tank, but even leveling up Storm Chaser's Talent to level 2 and getting back your abandoned attachments, for instance, that card gets so much better when you can discard a card and draw 2, thanks to the Monument.
Leveling up. Gets back the Boomerang Basics, picks it up. Whoop, dunk. Draw a card, and back on the board. Make another otter, perhaps, unless there's something better to do. Okay.
And now the damage is definitely going to be coming in. We're probably going to see one of these combustion tactics kill one of the otters, which doesn't feel great. You know, you'd for sure rather have the Iroh's demonstration there to be able to clean them up nicely, but...
I mean, listen, if you can kill an otter, you're going to kill an otter. It sometimes does feel like overkill, because, I mean, what, those combustion techniques are, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage right now?
Yeah.
Something along those lines?
I mean, those otters were quite large as well.
Yeah, and they get out of hand. If you can just string together a bunch of spells, you know, if you've got the cost reduction of either the Artist Talent or Grand, like, this deck can storm off. Sure, there's no storm payoff, but yeah, you just have massive otters.
Yeah, Derrick plays a couple Eddie Merc Crab as the air quotes win condition, but the real win condition just got cast. You know, that's how you win most of your games, is just with Storm Chaser's Talent. As sometimes you're casting 5, 6 spells a turn. You got 2 of these otters.
Yeah,
it's all over. Now here is kind of the combo. Artist Talent with Monument really goes wild.
Go crazy. Alrighty. Discard, trigger, don't forget it. So you get to either draw, you get treasure, or you get to deal 3. It only triggers once.
Yeah, and you can do so many fantastic things with Monument. I think one of my favorites is, if you have 8 cards in your hand, you go to cleanup, you discard a card, you can draw a card off Monument, you go to a second cleanup phase, where then you get to activate Monument again. I honestly didn't know how that worked until I did it. I was like, well, that's quite good.
Seems good, yeah. And, you know, having on-board ways to trigger the discard without having to rely on a spell is just so sweet. I think a couple of the decks play a copy of Agna in the mana base. So just being able to draw and discard just with an activate ability on a land, so powerful once you've got the Monument resolved. Yep,
the team TCG did decide to all play one of those. And yeah, it's very strong when you can find it.
Absolutely. And Artist Talent, it's really tough to remove unless it's a Boomerang Basics. Derrick Davis wants to point at it. And it's basically fulfilling the role of Granny, of Gran, but a lot less susceptible to removal.
And as awesome as those cards are, and you know, when they're combined here and you have the ability to cast some spells, it looks amazing. But when you just play a Monument, you don't have the Artist Talent, or vice versa, you know, they're not that amazing on their own, but together they are truly incredible.
You know what's great?
Drawing 3 cards?
Okay, yeah. Drawing 3 cards, yes, but paying 0 for a 3-mana artifact is real sweet. So, you know, if Sam Pardee were to get like another Artist Talent and Gran down, level it up accordingly, free monuments.
Yep, it is cost reduction on both the Monument and the Artist Talents as well as your spells. A nice little combo.
Where's this Boomerang Basics pointing at? All right, Derrick wants to draw more cards. Has found an Iroh's demonstration, so that'll take care of the one little threat on the board right now.
Interesting to point at the level 1 talent. That kind of tells me that Derrick Davis is at some point interested in going to level 3 on Storm Chaser's Talent, which just does not happen often.
No, it doesn't. And, you know, usually you do want to be cycling those back, but if you've got 2 on the board, then yeah, why not? Live your best life, man. Get a bunch of otters every time you cast a spell.
Yeah, and I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Is It Lessons mirrors on the broadcast, so I'm sure these are going to play out a lot different than playing against a creature deck from the Lessons side.
Yeah. Sweet so far. Both players keeping each other in check. And now we see Sam Pardee leveling up Artist Talent to do its best Gran impersonation, along with a Gran.
And now we're popping off. You know, we are casting 1 mana. I mean, this is Ancestral Recall when you got the cost reduction, and then you're activating Monument. So, I mean, discard a card, draw 2, and then draw 3.
Yeah.
Just 1 mana, draw 5 is pretty good.
Yep. Seems decent. Boomerang Basics bringing back.
Yeah, And I feel like
Storm Chaser's talent triggers the artist's talent. We're going to discard. We get to now draw a card or deal 3 damage or make a treasure. Take your pick.
And here's just Monument and Artist Talent on display. It really looked like Derrick Davis was ahead, but once Sam had that one turn, I mean, yeah, look at this. This is absurd.
The poor cards in hands checkers, they're like, all right, slow down, man. Come on, I need to show what's in here.
Yeah, no kidding. And both players playing extremely fast. You can tell both of these players really know their deck inside and out. And I think the one thing that Sam will have to keep an eye on at some point, maybe not in this game, but just in general, you can deck with this.
Yeah,
when you're
easily.
when you're drawing this many cards, you really got to put a priority on target player loses 3 life with the Monument. You just always think, all right, that's what I'll do eventually. Let's draw cards. Let's get mana first. But at some point, you do gotta go for the loss of life, or you will deck.
Yeah, and then on upkeep, cost the Firebending Lesson. Now the Monument's reset, so discard to the talent. Draw.
Yeah, I think they might have done it, Ailey. I mean, this deck just looks so incredible.
Seems pretty cracked, not gonna lie.
Great on both sides for sure. But the Sam Pardee and TCG players, all 10 of them, their combined win rate was 68% after day 1.
Ah, just 1% off of nice. What a pity.
Yeah. I'll target.
Damn, look at that hand. Accumulate Wisdom, Combustion Technique twice,
I will cast it.
another Monument, and a Firebending
Cast
Lesson.
my own in response.
Gross.
Yep. I mean, and look, Derrick Davis just spent his whole turn paying 6 mana to recall. Great, still, you know, very powerful. But in response, Sam said, well, I'm going to pay 1 mana to draw 5 cards and discard 1.
It doesn't seem fair, does it?
No, this game has not looked very fair.
I have 7 in hand now. And 2 of which are monuments.
Yep. 2 Monuments and very, very dead is one Derrick Davis in game 1 here. So post board, let's take a look at Derrick Davis's sideboard. He's got a couple of things here that can help. The first thing I'm looking at is Abrade ×2.
Yeah, the Abrades are for sure coming in. There's a bunch of counter spells. I'm curious how they are going to attack this matchup if they're trying to be very reactive. But this is a matchup.
Same as last time.
Your deck is called Lessons. So you cannot be taking out too many Lessons, even though you don't want all your red removal in there. So that is one thing that I think is very challenging, is how to sideboard with this deck. So it'll be very interesting to see what these players do.
First thing that Sam Pardee wants to do is kill off an otter. So Firebending Lesson takes care of the little critter. Boomerang Basics from Derrick Davis. We'll bring it back. Draw a card. And let's see if it gets recast here. Take 2. Ding, ding. Gran is on the board.
And looks like we see our first sideboard card here from Sam Pardee, Soul Guide Lantern, to just be able to interact with Accumulate Wisdom. If Accumulate Wisdom is Anticipate instead of Ancestral Recall, it's a much more manageable card.
Yeah, there's quite a big difference between those 2 cards.
Yes. And the nice thing is you can wait till it's on the stack and then use the Lantern. Plus the Lantern, when it comes into play, you get to eat 1 lesson. So with 1 Lantern, you kind of deal with 4 lessons in the graveyard.
Yeah.
It's kind of how you can look at it.
Pretty nifty. So Sam Pardee spending his turn there to get Artist's Talent down. Has Boomerang Basics, the Monument, and Soul Guide Lantern to follow up on the next turn. Boomerang Basics for Derrick Davis, however, is going to find him a card. Or excuse me, Stock Up is going to get him a couple more cards off the top of the library now.
Yeah, I never really pictured that Stock Up was not going to just be the best card advantage spell in Standard, but yeah.
I mean, it was for a little bit.
And to be fair, it probably still is.
Going
The Accumulate Wisdom, well, in the context. The Accumulate Wisdom, you have to build your deck around.
Yes.
The best just solo card advantage spell, still probably Stock Up.
Not
but
consult the star charts?
yeah, good point. That one is very nice.
I kind of like that one a little more.
All right, there's a lot of great ways to,
There sure
to draw
are.
cards in blue.
Blue does enjoy drawing some cards.
Yep. Trigger.
Granny gets in.
And I still love my favorite moment running into Sam in the hotel lobby. He was just saying, yeah, Gran is completely busted. Gran really sounds like Rega Van. And I'm like, okay, Sam. Okay, buddy.
Granny doesn't make you treasure. She just gives you a discount.
Yeah, I mean,
She's not
creating
stealing
a treasure,
your opponent's stuff either. Come on.
One treasure adds 1 mana. The cost reduction from Granny could net you 3 mana here.
Man, it's a
Ailey.
stretch. It's a stretch at best. I'll have to disagree with our Strixhaven champion here on this one.
Sam knows a bit about lessons from Strixhaven
Oh, yeah,
as well as
sure
this,
does.
so.
I'm not going to argue with him on anything else, but I will disagree on that point.
Okay.
Soul Guide Lantern now able to keep this graveyard in check as Gran does her best to get some more back in there. We're going to see a copy of Gran hit the bin.
Second.
Doesn't look like Derrick has a 4th land. Not the most important thing.
I'll play 2 talents, get 2 otters.
Nice.
And most of the time, the Boomerang Basic on the Artist Talent is not that great. But once it's already leveled up, that's a really nice play here. And now Sam is very much behind. And here's kind of what I was wondering is how much removal comes in. We see a Null in hand. We see Soul Guide Lantern. And the one thing you don't see in hand, at least, is Iroh's Demonstration, which would be the best card right now for Sam. So back up against the wall, this Is It Lessons deck can get aggressive very quickly.
Sure can. So he's going to want to clear this board pretty quickly, otherwise he's going to have a bit of a bad time, but Boomerang Basics can take care of one of these little friends. Firebending Lesson in hand, Agna Kayla in hand. He hasn't played a land yet, has he?
Hasn't played a land, but no access to another red source. Just 3 islands, essentially, and the 1 mountain is definitely going to stymie the development a little bit.
Stymie, that's a good word. I like that word.
Thank you.
It's about to say, that doesn't enter tapped. Just pre-tapping it for some mana, getting another Storm Chaser's Talent down on the board.
Yeah, these players are definitely playing very cleanly, very quickly. They know their deck's kind of inside and out, it would seem.
I mean, you don't just get to 9 and 1 on a whim. You know?
Yeah.
And a reminder, friends, 10 is the magic number, so whoever wins here is into a top 8. And Sam Pardee, he said, unbelievably, hasn't made a top 8 of a world championship. And you think he's been around so long. Surely he must have, right?
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, Sam's done so many other things, had a great career. You know, has taken second in a couple pro tours and just a plethora of other premium results. Derrick Davis, rather new to the scene, you know, started playing Magic in 2015, but man, has he just had just a consistent, you know, last couple years.
He and his team of, I think, 2 other players, I can't remember their names right now, so forgive me, the Domain deck, they were one of the first adopters and, you know, progenitors of it. So
yeah, absolutely.
From that point on, he said, hi, I'm Derrick Davis, and you're going to see me a lot.
Or I remember when he made a top 8 where he played his kind of, you know, pet deck, the Incarnation deck, played against Shota.
Yes.
And Shota went into the match saying, I have 0% chance to win. Whenever you have a GOAT like that, just having such low confidence against someone, you know you got yourself, well, a good matchup, and you're playing against a great player.
Oh, yeah.
So now there are 3 lessons in Graveyard right now. So this Accumulate Wisdom is ready to draw 3 cards, but now we're going to see that Soul Guide Lantern really shine as Sam doesn't have to leave up any mana for the Soul Guide Lantern, just gets to react to what Derrick Davis does. So Derrick's like, well, I don't have a good opportunity to just fire off this Accumulate Wisdom. He's going to try to do a play where maybe, let's say he drew a second Accumulate Wisdom. He gets to go Accumulate Wisdom, Sam will crack the Lantern, and then can respond with another Wisdom.
Could do that, or could, you know, feign getting a instant back from the graveyard and response then do that. But just going for 1 point of damage, Gran down, leaving up 4 mana.
This Soul Guide Lantern looked very, very, you know, mild, but it is doing some serious work. It's stopping Derrick Davis's 2 only good plays right now, leveling up the Storm Chaser's Talent or casting the Wisdom. And now the busted card in the deck is here to play.
It's only as busted as the cards getting discarded, man. And to be fair, it's Artist Talent that's doing all the work.
Yeah, okay.
Let's give credit where credit is due.
I think it's a team effort.
Team effort, yeah. Only busted with each other. I think that was one of the things that Team TCG player was saying as well, you know, right? Like, it gets a little clunky, the draws sometimes do. You know, if you draw too many of the monuments, like, what are you supposed to do? Just run it out and hope for a miracle.
The one thing I love, though, the most about this list is Yeah, sure, you can find some clunkiness like that, but the thing I love the most is, let's say you're in a matchup like up against Control, and you have all these firebending lessons, all this removal. You know, normally it would just be, oh, I drew 3 of those in game 1, I lost, you know? But now being able to loot those away, you don't feel the pain as much. It really reminds me, Artist Talent kind of reminds me of Fable the Mirror Breaker in this deck.
Sure.
Where you can just get rid of some of your poor cards in a matchup for free, essentially.
Yeah. Love a good old tradability.
Yep.
Derrick keeping It'll Quench Ya had the option between that and Combustion Technique, I believe, and probably a land. So it's going to hope that he can pick his spot and get something into the graveyard from Sam Pardee's side. There's the level up. There's the Accumulate Wisdom back in hand. So at least he protected that in a sense, doing it the way he did.
Yeah, I mean, the Lantern's only going to get one thing, but yeah, sure, now you get back Accumulate Wisdom, but when the graveyard's gone, you have to rebuild 3 more lessons into the graveyard.
Oh, however will they do that, Corey?
I mean, he's not going to have a lot of time here. This is going to get crazy here with 2 monuments. I mean, in 3 turns,
Dead.
it's going to look like, oh, Sam had 1 card in hand. He's going to have 7 in like 2 turns, as long as he doesn't draw just all lands. And even that Lantern off the top, which we can see in his hand, looks incredible.
And also Agna Kayla just being able to trigger them on Derrick's turn.
Yeah.
You know.
And now, like,
Shudders.
and now, sure, this Quench is actually going to get the Lantern, but it just kind of doesn't matter. Like, you get a treasure, you get to draw a card, and Sam's just going to keep finding gas, and Derrick is really stymied by just, you know, what he draws off the top of the deck.
Yeah. River Verds, he can abandon attachments now if he wants to, because he hasn't done any damage just yet.
Cast this, trigger. Yep.
Chuck, draw.
3, and then I'll make it.
And this is the new templating, you know, where you get to cast the card and then you may discard a card. Most of them you have to discard as an additional cost.
Yeah.
It makes it so much better with Artist Talent because you get to discard and then discard
You
again.
have 10 to 10? Yeah. Okay.
I gotta say, I mean, both decks look awesome, but in the mirror match, it feels like it's not that fair of a fight.
I don't think
With
so.
Monument, you know, I mean, sure, the Abrades can come in from Derrick, but
That's the hope.
I mean, what did Sam lose to? That's what I'm going to go find out right
I
now.
don't think I can from this title, actually. I'm hoping it's going to be at least really difficult.
both players keeping it real.
Who did he lose to? He lost in draft to Max Dory. All right, so he has not lost yet with this deck.
Yeah, I 100% believe that. I 100%
Good,
believe
because
that.
I lied. No, I'm not lying. Whew. This is an uphill battle here for Derrick Davis. Now down to 10. We'll be dead in 2 turns just from a discard.
Yep.
And it doesn't really have any way to interact with that, so...
No, it just seems so tough. Like,
that doesn't even help much, does it?
all you really need is a sorcery, or just take 6, and then on Derrick Davis's turn, play an instant, take 6 more, and the game's over. So this is looking near impossible for Derrick to come back here.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. I think it's going to be a case of, right, let's see what I can resolve, see if there's a miracle on top of the deck, and then extend the hand to Sam Pardee, who is very close to being the first player in our top 8.
And making the top 8 of this World Championship is so huge. You just qualify for so many events based on that alone.
Plus the whole year, basically.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. The whole next year. Plus, you have the opportunity to say something that everyone knows what it means. I'm a world champion at anything. You know, like that is truly amazing. You can tell your grand back home, like, hey, I want a pro turn. She'd be like, well, that's nice. But you're like, tell grand, I'm the world champion. I mean,
That's
everyone's going to
lovely,
respect that. Yeah.
Derrick Davis. Looking at his cards, wondering how the hell do I win in this situation? Ghost Vacuum. Cost, It'll Quench Ya in hand. Another Vacuum and Spire Bluff Canal.
Yeah, and Derrick Davis cast 3 Accumulate Wisdom this turn, and instead of drawing 9 cards, drew 3.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to manipulate and top deck 3 cards you want, but still, that one Lantern it prevented 6 cards from Derrick Davis, which is incredible.
Spider Sense, Aura's Demonstration. How does Sam Pardee want to win this? Is what it feels like this decision is.
So I think it's over. So you just go with this Iroh's demonstration. You discard 2 cards, take 6, and then during Derrick Davis's upkeep, you just activate the land and take 6 more.
Boom, boom.
I think this is Sam Pardee about to enter party time.
I'll choose draw and draw.
Okay. Maybe there's some risk to it. I guess if there was an abrade, you know, then you don't win on the spot. This seems maybe a little bit more safe.
Well, if it's an upkeep, you just respond to the abrade, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he has to worry about anything, honestly.
Discard. Draw.
Either way, it's either going to be over this turn or next turn.
36.
I think we're going to hear another, I'm going to kill you in your upkeep.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't have, yes he does. There it is. That is going to do it. Sam Pardee makes it into his first top 8 at a World Championship. Congratulations to Sam.
Just love those moments. You know, maybe not the biggest reaction from Sam, but you know it's going to start to sink in after you step away. You hug your friends,
Yeah.
you know, you call your family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You let them know you're going to be in the top 8 here of the biggest Magic tournament of the year.
His wife
Huge
Caroline
match.
is here, you know, so
Yeah,
if he's not hyped, then she certainly will be. So
Yeah, working the cards in
yeah,
hand.
there we go.
Had to get out of the truck and congratulate him, I imagine. There it is.
Best buddy Matt Nass, Caroline there, and all of his friends. So congratulations, Sam. That's got to feel so good. Big old smile on his face. Love, love, love to see it.
I get goosebumps every single time I see a player accomplish one of their biggest dreams of making it into the top 8. It's a dream I've always had. You know, I probably won't get there, but seeing all these players have their biggest dream come true is just really what it's all about.
You know what's great? You get to do it 7 more times.
We do get to do it 7 more times. Oh, what a great job we got.
Oh, man. This next match we're going to jump into, friends, we don't get to just yet. These players need 1 more win after this round to get into the top 8. It is our former world champion, Jean-Emmanuel Depraz, up against Akira Shibata. So let's jump in here as they are 1-1 at the moment. Who's going to pick up game number 3 and get 1 step closer to a top 8 at the World Championship?
Absolutely, and we're going to be seeing Jean-Emmanuel Depraz's card from winning the World Championship. That's going to be coming out in Lorwyn, I believe, yeah.
Lorwyn's the beginning of next year. I'm so excited for that. Haven't been there because they've taken 16 years to go back.
Wait, 16? That was my first. I played Blue Black Fairies at my very first pro tour. It's been 16 years.
Wow.
Wow.
You feel old now?
My back hurts. Absolutely. Yeah.
Your everything hurts, man. Goes vacuum, starting things off here for Jean-Emmanuel Depraz, who is on Is It Looting, one of the variants here of the blue-red decks. Akira playing Is It Lessons. Now, what variant is he playing of the Lessons? Let's take a look.
Yeah, and then as far as, I mean, here is another former world champion here, Nathan Stoyer, from winning that tournament in 2021. Being used pretty effectively. You know, it was a card that if you had the choice between that and Prof's Eidetic Memory, you were almost always playing the enchantment that couldn't really be killed.
Yeah.
But, you know, with that card out of the format, Duelist of the Mind is incredible. And, and JD's playing all 4.
Nice. Quantum Riddler here. This is also a 2-drop, right?
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Mean, it really does it all, that is for sure. So this version of Is It Looting, it is playing 4 Riddlers, 4 Duelist of the Mind, 4 Fear of Missing Out. It is not playing the Portal to be able to blink Quantum Riddler, anything like that. But it is just a very consistent Is It deck. Not really doing anything flashy, just playing very strong, clean Magic.
Which Jean-Emmanuel Depraz is known for.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Coincidentally.
He's just known for being good at Magic.
Yeah, he's so good at Magic, man. I've been such a fan. Ever since we've seen him playing, or since I personally started seeing him playing in the online events, in, you know, all the Mythic Championships back in the day.
Yep.
Back in my day. Like, he's just so consistent, so good, and just, a pleasure to watch play.
And just one of the nicest guys you'll ever talk to. I watch his stream all the time. His stream's almost always just in 100% French, but you know, still, I learned so much just from just watching his gameplay.
Spider Sense says no thanks to Abandoned Attachments. Yeah, imagine if Abandoned Attachments was templated like it used to be, you know. As an additional cost to cast this card, discard a card. He would have been down 2 cards there.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the very few times that we've seen it templated like that. And it's nice, you know, the blowout case of getting it countered after you have to discard something.
Yep.
Feels real bad, that's for sure.
JED holding on to that Ghost Vacuum. Ready to get rid of anything in the yard there, as he does on the end step. Untaps, draws, has a multiversal passage, and yeah, he's got a big old Riddler in hand that he can cast now if he wants to.
Yep. And,
or just play the land, pay 2, warp it, see what you find off the top, because you're going to draw 2 cards.
yeah, solid plays no matter what. And Akira, yeah, like you were saying, playing the Monument version, playing the talent, you know, is close to the Team TCG list. So, I mean, still has a phenomenal deck list here. And really impressive. Akira kind of burst on the scene going 8-0 at the Champions Cup final.
Yeah.
There in Tokyo, and then played Edge of Eternity as his first Pro Tour with a solid 10-6 finish. And now making it to the World Championship, being a couple wins away. I mean, that is just one way to say, hey, I'm here.
Absolutely. You know, not on any major team by the look of it, just testing with his friends. So, you know, they've got to be super stoked to see their buddy doing so well here this weekend.
Yeah, he'll be giving some lessons to his friends, that's for sure.
So, Jean-Emmanuel going to cast the Warped Riddler.
Finding more Riddlers,
Ooh,
that
nice.
is always extremely strong. And, you know, Quantum Riddler is a card that we just got out of our regional championship phase. It's probably the best card in Modern. But when you don't have those abilities to ephemerate it into play and you're not ditching your hand as fast as you would be when we had VV Cauldron around, it's definitely taken a little bit more of a backseat. It's not the best card in Standard. It's still incredibly powerful, but you know, I kind of thought after the bannings with the new set that this was just going to be the best card no matter what, and it really hasn't played out like that. I mean, look out, Grand's here over Quantum Riddler.
Who would win, one Grand or one?
Well, we just got our
Sphinx?
answer. Grand lost badly there.
Oh.
So,
Ghost Vacuum taking care of graveyards.
Yeah, Ghost Vacuum, excellent against the Lessons deck. Just, you know, Ghost Vacuum is probably better than Lantern against the Lessons deck, as it interacts very profitably with Storm Chaser's talent, as well as slowly controls Accumulate Wisdom, but you can overload the Ghost Vacuum when it
just
comes to the Lessons.
get all that value, you know, and also if you're able to pop it, I just really want to see it activated and, you know, Jean-Emmanuel to have all the value. But here comes another.
You want value?
Yeah.
There it is.
Woo! Look at that. So many cards. Jeez.
2 mana, draw 3. That's
Seems
Accumulate
decent.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
But on a Sphinx, 4/6 body.
boomerang on monuments, trigger duelist. Okay.
Nice. Crimes. Crimes, I say. Officer, I'd like to report a crime. Straight to jail.
Read Duelist of the Mind here. We'll take a look as well. A phenomenal card, especially when you compare it with a Fear of Missing Out. That's kind of the combo. We used to see a lot of Fear of Missing Out here in the previous Standard. And maybe it's not as powerful, but this combo of untapping your Fear of Missing Out while you still have a Vigilance creature and then drawing a bunch of cards here with Winter Night Story is still
big
devastating.
is this duelist now? 3,
I would think
4, 5, 6, 7,
right?
7 or 8 plus now?
Yeah. Scholars are still trying to figure it out, but
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
and
it did
can't
come
attack
into
with
play.
it. Oh,
I believe
that
it did
makes
come
me
into
so
play in
sad.
this turn, yeah.
But that's so sick.
Yeah, and I mean, just look at the card advantage JED just put down here, and this is going to be really tough for Akira to come back from. We don't have the graveyard ready for Lessons. The Monument just got sent back to hand. You know, having to recast that, like this looks near uncomebackable. Here from Akira. It's a word.
You got to coin that now, man. Insurmountable. What is that?
There we go. That's a Torpor Orb, yeah. I mean, the damage is already done. We needed that last turn to shut down Quantum Riddler's drawing 6 cards or whatever.
Frankie.
outside demonstration room.
Nom, 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 nom. Ghost Vacuum getting even more value here for former world champion Jean-Emmanuel. Multiversal Passage.
This is kind of funny. The last time we saw JD win the World Championship, played Esper, which was kind of like the Esper Legends deck,
Kinda
which was
old
kind of
news.
like old
Yeah.
news. Yeah. And this version of Is It is kind of the remnants of the VV deck, so it's kind of old news as well. Like,
Oh, could that be symbolizing something, you think? Synchronifying another top 8 chair for
maybe,
JD?
maybe. We will find out. So Torpor Orb shuts
Time
this
will
down. No drawing.
Boo, Torpor Orb, boo.
Still a 5
It's a
mana
4/6.
4/6
Yeah,
is
yeah,
pretty strong. The Duelist is going to do some work, and the 2 mana, air quotes, do nothing here is not the best.
That is gonna do it. JED, former world champion, picking up his 9th win here. One more, and we'll have another of our top 8 spots locked up. That's gotta feel good.
That does have to feel very good. So JD really needs to win one of the next 2 rounds to lock it up.
Yeah.
Once you get that 10th win in the last round, you still have to deal with the tiebreaker sweat. So JD will be very happy if he can not 0-2 and have to put his fate up to tiebreakers for that
No
last
one
round.
wants to be in a tiebreaker scrum. It's not fun. I've seen people
No.
like stressing, biting their nails, all flying off like it does in the cartoons, you know, like, let's just get it done. Just win the next one and make it into the top 8. That would be ideal.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, friends, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have even more magic here for you with the news desk.